Tulsi Gabbard is a representative from Hawaii that is perhaps the only person at the DNC that abided by their own charter, because when she decided that she wanted to support Bernie Sanders, rather than covertly trying to sabotage Hillary Clinton's campaign, she did the right thing. She followed their rules, and she stepped down and endorsed Bernie Sanders.
As a vice chair of the DNC, I'm required to stay neutral in Democratic primaries, but I cannot remain neutral any longer. The stakes are just too high. That's why today I'm endorsing Senator Bernie Sanders to be our next president and commander-in-chief of the United States. We need a commander-in-chief who has foresight, who exercises good judgment, and who understands the need for a robust foreign policy which defends the safety and security of the American people, and who will not waste precious lives and money on interventionist wars of regime change.
Now, she knew that there would be a lot of political fallout because she saw the tactics firsthand. I mean, she saw how when she spoke out about the limited debate schedule, she was disinvited to one of the Democratic debates by Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
As you know, I've been pretty vocal about calling out for more debates. I've been calling for more debates to give the American people the opportunity to hear from these presidential candidates, to listen to what they've got to say, to hold them accountable for their views and their positions. Because that differentiated from the decision that the chairwoman made from the DNC, I was told that I was no longer welcome to come to the debate.
So she knew what was going on, and she decided to drop out and endorse Bernie Sanders anyway, even though she saw the power that was exercised by the DNC for Hillary Clinton. Now, there was political fallout for this, so I think she is brave for doing this, and some of that was revealed in John Podesta's emails by WikiLeaks. So in an email to Tulsi from Darnell Strom, who was the former director of the Clinton Foundation, and Michael Kives, who was a bundler to Clinton and associate of Strom, wrote this letter to Tulsi. Representative Gabbard, we were very disappointed to hear that you would resign your position with the DNC so you could endorse Bernie Sanders, a man who has never been a Democrat before. When we met over dinner a couple of years ago, I was so impressed by your intellect, your passion, and commitment to getting things done on behalf of the American people. For you to endorse a man who has spent almost 40 years in public office with very few accomplishments doesn't fall in line with what we previously thought of you. Hillary Clinton will be our party's nominee, and you standing on ceremony to support the sinking Bernie Sanders ship is disrespectful to Hillary Clinton, a woman who has spent the vast majority of her life in public service and working on behalf of women, families, and the underserved. You have called both myself and Michael Kives before about helping your campaign raise money. We no longer trust your judgment, so will not be raising money for your campaign. Hammer dropped. So do you understand what they're trying to do here? They're saying, look, remember that time when you asked us for money? No more. You're cut off because you decided to back the wrong candidate. You didn't support the establishment's choice in this election cycle. You supported Bernie Sanders. I mean, he's not even a Democrat. So it doesn't matter to them if Bernie Sanders was going to be more representative of the Democratic base. Well, he doesn't have the correct party affiliation, so screw him. He's the wrong choice. It's just so frustrating because you see the weight of the establishment here coming down on Tulsi, and this probably wasn't all the blowback that she received. I'm sure that other people emailed her. I'm sure she was cut off from a lot of circles. I'm sure that any chances that she wanted of maybe running for governor or maybe running for president one day might be dashed in the eyes of these Democratic bundlers and Democratic donors and people who worked for the Clinton Foundation. But let me just say this, Tulsi. If you decide to run for governor, if you decide to run for president one day, guess what? We've got your back, because just how Bernie Sanders was able to launch a historic campaign and outraise President Obama and break his record, we're going to do that for you too, because we're not going to allow the establishment to get its way forever. So Tulsi, don't let this discourage you, because the American people have your back. You did the right thing. You endorsed Bernie Sanders because you were against the war hawkish, war criminal policies of Hillary Clinton, who admits that her Syrian policies are going to kill Syrian civilians. That's what you call a war criminal. So you did the right thing. You made the right choice. Your hands are clean. It's these idiots who think they can get away with bullying people who don't fall in line that are going to pay, because their house of cards is going to come collapsing on them when they find out that the American people doesn't support them anymore. So We're with you, Tulsi. Don't let this bullshit get to you.